Dear students, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. How are you? I hope best for you. I Mukesh Kumar welcomes you to online Mukesh Online Academy. आपका मुकेश ऑनलाइन एकेडमी में स्वागत है. And we are doing the chapter 2 of the class 8 mathematics from NCERT book, that is the linear equations in one variable. Okay, and I know that and we know that this book is being taught in many boards. So not only the CBSE boards, so any board which is following this book can follow these. Okay, so this chapter is linear equations in one variable. So we have already covered this chapter into the first video, in which we did about the introduction of the linear equations, then we did some examples, then we very simple questions we did, and we did the exercise 1.1. And I hope you would have seen those videos. Okay, that is the base for this video. If you have not still seen, then I have given, there is a link given into the description. You can go through them, okay, and you just see that video first. Then it will be better. You will be able to understand better this part. Okay. So one usual take. See, maths is a subject of practice, and I know that you want to become best into the maths. And if you want to become good into the maths, just practice. So just take your notebook and pens and start practicing along with me. Okay. So then you will be able to get it better. Okay. So practicing each question every time, 3 to 4 times, is very good idea. Okay. If you practice 3 to 4 times every question, that means you will become best into that question. So similarly, you will become best into the maths. Okay. If you have any doubt, if you have any query, then you can write to me always. Okay. And practice the book questions from other books also, other than NCERT. If you have any doubt, any query in those questions also, you can send those queries to me on the WhatsApp or email. Okay. So I'll make another video for that. Okay. For your queries. And I hope you must be getting knowledge from these videos. Okay. Share it with your friends. Subscribe to it and ask your friends to subscribe so that they will get the regular updates. Okay. So if you want to have the live online classes, then you can also write to me on the WhatsApp or email. We will be happy to serve you. You can write to me either for group or individual. Okay. So in this video, we are going to do the word problems. Examples related to the word problems and how to make the linear equation. Solution you have already learned. But how to make a linear equation, that we will learn in these examples. Why examples? Because examples are key foundation. If you know the examples very well, you will be able to exercise very well without any problem. Okay. So now let's start. So dear students, so in this video we will do the applications, the word problems that we had learned into the video 1. We had learned some linear equations in one variable, very simple applications that we had, very simple equations that we had learned. Okay. So now we will do the word problems based on that. So these are called the applications in the real life. Okay. So let's do the first question. So in this we will do the first the examples, and in the next video we will do the exercise 2.2. Okay. So then why example? Because examples are key foundation. If you know the examples very well, if you understand the examples very well, then you will be able to do the questions very well, and most of the questions in exams come from the examples also. Okay. So let's do the example 1. So we have the example that sum of the two numbers is 74. Okay. There are two numbers whose sum is 74. One number is 10 more than the other. Then what are the numbers? That we have to find the two numbers. Okay. So just we will start with the assumption. Okay. So let the one number is x. Okay. So we will just assume that if this number is x, and what is written that the other is 10 more, it means the other number is x plus 10. Okay. And their sum is 74. It means that x plus 10. That means the sum of this and sum of this number will be equals to the 74 So we will write this is equal to 74. Now we will x plus x. X plus x means there is a coefficient 1. Means 1x plus 1x. 1x plus 1x will become 2x plus 10 equal to 74. So now it is the same as we had done in the first exercise. So we will take 10 to the other side. Then it will become negative. So that means 2x equals to 74 minus 10. Okay. So then 2x equal to, we will do 74 minus 10. 74 and minus 10. So 4, 7 minus 1 is 6. So we got the 64. Now we will take to this other side, which will go into the division, because here it is in multiplication. So the x will become 64 divided by 2. So now when we divide this, 2 3 is 6 and 2 2 is 4. So we got x equals to 32. That means the numbers are, so the first number is 32 and the second number is 32 plus 10, that means 42. So the numbers are 32 and 42. So this is the answer. Now we can check the answer. See, 32 plus 42 is equal to what? 74. So our answer is correct. So we can do the check also. Okay. So this is how we do the application problem. Okay. So now we will do the example number 5, from where the applications are being started. See, in this example we have what should be added to the twice of the rational number minus 7 upon 3 to get 3 upon 7. Okay. So we have what should be added to twice the rational number minus 7 upon 3. So that means what should be added. So we will write, let the number to be added be x. Okay. Now twice the rational number. Twice the rational number means 2 into minus 7 upon 3. Now what should be added? It means x should be added to get the result 3 upon 7. So we got the result 3 upon 7. Okay. So now as we had done into the multiplication of rational numbers, so 2 into minus 7 is minus 14 divided by 3 plus x equals to 3 upon 7. Now we will take 14 upon 3 to the other side, as we had done into the first exercise. Since this is negative, so on the other side it will be positive. Okay. So x became 3 upon 7 plus 14 upon 3. Now we will do the addition, because the sign is plus between them. So addition of the rational numbers, as we have learned into the rational numbers. So we will first find the LCM, because their denominators are not like. Okay. So we have to convert them to the same denominators. So the LCM will be 7 into 3, that means 21. So this means that x equals to 3 into 3 upon 7 into 3 plus 14 into 7 upon 3 into 7. Okay. So 3 into 3 is 9 upon 21 plus 14 into 7. We have 7 4 is 28, 2 7 means 7 or 2 9. So we got 98 upon 20. So now we can write common denominator 21. We have 9 plus 98. Now we will add them, because we have both positive sign. Okay. So 9 at 8 17, 1 plus 1 carry 10. So we got the answer 107 upon 20. Okay. So now we cannot reduce them, because both are the co-prime numbers, but it is a improper fraction that we have. So to convert this improper fraction into mixed fraction, we have to divide them. 107 divided by 21. Okay. So 21 5 is 105. Okay. 5 and 5, 5 2 is 10. So we got 2. So we got the answer. We have the 5 as a whole number, 2 as the numerator, and 21 as the denominator. So this is the number. Okay. So this is the answer that we have got. Okay. I hope you would have understood this question. Now we will do the example number 6. See, in example 6, the perimeter of a rectangle is given 13 centimeter and its width is 3 by 4 centimeter. We have to find its length. So what is given? So the perimeter is, what is the figure? Perimeter of a rectangle is 13 centimeter. Okay, width is given, that means B breadth is 2 by 4 centimeter, which is equal to, we can just convert into the improper fraction. So we have 4 into 2 plus 3 upon 4, that means 4 to the 8 plus 3 11. So we have 11 upon 4 centimeter. Okay, and we have to find the length, question mark, to find. Okay, so as I think you would have studied into the class 7 about the perimeters of the figures in geometry. So what is the formula of the perimeter of a rectangle? So the perimeter of a rectangle is equals to 2 bracket, means into length plus breadth. Okay, because rectangle is, the shape of the rectangle is like this. This is length, this is breadth. So this is length, this is length, this is breadth, this is breadth. So we just sum all of them. So that means we have L plus B and then 2 times. Okay, so this is the formula of perimeter. So we have the perimeter 13. 2 into L means we have to find, plus B means we have given 11 upon 4. This is given here. This is the B. Okay, so now 13 equals to, we will use the distributive property as we have learned into the rational numbers. Okay, so 2 into N plus 2 into 11 upon, so 2 and 4 can be divided by 2. So we have got 13 equals to 2L plus 11 upon. Okay, now this 11 upon 2 will go to the other side, and since it is positive, so it will become negative. So we have 13 minus 11 upon 2 equals to 2L. Okay, so now 13 we can write 1 below 8. Now we will take the LCM of 1 and 2. So LCM of 1 and 2 will be 2. So 13 into 2 upon 1 into 2 minus 11 upon 2 equals to 2L. Okay, so 13 into 2 is 26 upon 2 minus 11 upon 2 equals to 2L. Okay, so now we will write the common denominator. Common denominator is 2. So we have 26 minus 11 equals to 2L. Okay, so now we will subtract 26 minus 11. So 26 minus 11 will be 615, 2 minus 1, 1. So we got 15 upon 2 equals to 2L. Now 2 will be multiplied with this. So it will be 15 equal to 2 into 2L means 4L. Okay, now this 4 will come to this side as a division. So that means we got 15 upon 4 equals to L. Okay, so that means the length equals to 15 by 4 centimeter. We can convert this into the mixed fraction. So 15 divided by 4, 4 3 is 12, 3. So we got the answer 3 by 4 centimeter is the. Okay. Now let's do the 7th example. See, in this example the age is given. The question is, the present age of Sahil's mother is 3 times the present age of Sahil. After 5 years, their ages will add to 66 years. Find their present ages. Okay. So what we need to find? Their present age we need to find. So what will we do? We will just assume the present age. So let present age of Sahil is equal to X years. Okay. And Sahil's mother is 3 times the present age of Sahil. Okay. It means that the present age of mother, it will be 3 into X, that means 3X years, because it is 3 times. Okay. Now he said that after 5 years their ages, that means we have to find their age after the 5 years. So after 5 years the age of Sahil will be X plus 5. Okay, you can just imagine like that. Suppose if present age of your 15 is, if your present age is 15 years, that means after 1 year it will be 16, after 2 years it will be 17. So after 5 years it will be 20. That means what we have done, that 15 plus 5, If it is x, that means it is x plus 5. Okay. Now, the age of mother after 5 years will be 3x plus 5 years. Okay. So this will also be in years. This will also be in years. Now what do you say? They will sum means add to 66 years. It means that sum of x plus 5 and 3x plus 5 will be 66. So we say that x plus 5 plus 3x plus 5 equal to 66. So what will we do? We will add x and 3x because both have the positive sign. So x means 1x and this is 3x. So whenever we are doing in the algebra, so whatever is the variable we write as it is. But remember, these variables should be like variable, not the unlike variable. X square. Okay, it cannot be. We cannot add x plus x square. We cannot add them like this. We have to just leave it like this. Okay. So plus 3 is 4. So we got the 4x. Now this 5 and this 5 will be 10. So 5 plus 5 10. That means 66. Now 10 will be shifted to the other side. So it will become negative. So 4x equals to 66 minus 10. Okay. Then 66 minus 10. So 6 minus 1, 5. So we got the 56. Now 4 will be given to the other side. That means x equals to 56 divided by 4 because it is in multiplication on the other side. So when we divide 4 and 56, so 4 and 56, 4 1 ja 4, 1, 6, 4 4 ja 16, 0. So we got the answer 40. Okay. It means what is this x? The age of the Sahil. It means that present age of Sahil is 14 years and the present age of mother will be 3 into 14 because it is 3 times. It is given here 3 times. Okay. So that means 3 4 ja 12, 3 1 ja 3 4, 42 years. So it means that we have got the present age of Sahil as 14 years and mother is 42 years. Okay. So I hope you would have understood. Now see how to check the answer. Check. Now after 5 years, 14 plus 5 means 19 and 42 plus 5 means 47. And now just to add them, when we add them 9 and 7, 16, 1, carry 1, 1, 2, 6. So we got the 66 come as we are getting here. So this is the check. We can check our answer by using putting the values into the question. Okay. So what is the main criteria? What is the main thing? So first we have to make the proper equation, then we have to solve. Okay. So now let's do the example 8. This question is based on the money. It is given that Bansi has 3 times as many 2 rupee coins as he has 5 rupee coins. Okay. There is some person Bansi who has 2 rupee coin also and 5 rupee coin also. If he has in all a sum of rupees 77, then how many coin of the each denomination he have? So we have to find the how many coins of 2 rupees and how many coins of the 5 rupees that this person has. Okay. So let's assume. So we have 3 times as many 2 rupee coins as he has 5 rupee coins. That means that number of 5 rupee coins is x. Okay. He has 3 times as many 2 rupee coins, as means the number of 2 rupee coins is 3 times of the 5 rupee coins. So that means number of 2 rupees coins will be equals to 3x because it has 3 times. Now total money is 77. So that means the money from 5 rupee coins will be 5x. As you just see here, suppose if a person has 10 coins of 5 rupees, that means he has 5 into 10, 50 rupees. Same way, if he has x coins, then that means 5 into x, that means 5x rupees. Okay. Now, same way, money from the 2 rupee coin will become 2 into 3x. Okay. Because the number of 2 rupee coin is 3x. Okay. Same way, if he has, let's say 10 coins of 2 rupees, then that money will be 20. If it has 3x coins, that means its money will become 2 into 3x, which means equals to 6x. So this is rupees and this is also rupees. Now their sum is 77. That means whatever money total from the coins he had from the 50 rupees and the 2 rupees, the total is 77. It means that 5x plus 6x is equals to 77. Now we will add them. 5x plus 6x. 5x plus 6x means 11x. We just write the variable as it is and just we add the coefficient. Okay, that equal to 77. Now we will take 11 to the other side, so it will divide that. So x equal to 77 divided by 11. Now we can divide them. 11 7 just 77 we have. That means x equals to 7. So now we can write the answer. So the number of rupees 5 coins is 7 because we have assumed it to be x, and number of rupees 2 coins will be, we have 3x, that means 7 into 3x. 7 into 3 means 21 coins. We have the 5 rupees. So we have 5 rupee coins of 7 and 2 rupees coins are 21. So let's check the answer. So 7 coins we have of 5 rupees, that means 7 into 5 is 35. We have 21 coins of 2 rupees, that means 2 1 ja 2, 2 2 ja 4. When we add them, 5 to 7, 7 4 plus 3 7. So we got the total money of 77 rupees. So this is how we can check the answer. Okay, I hope you would have understood this question. If you have any doubt, then you can write to me. Okay, now the example number 9. In example 9, it is given that the sum of 3 consecutive multiples of 11 is 363. Okay, now let's do what is a multiple. Multiple means, like if we have 2, then next multiple is 4, next multiple is 6, next multiple is 8. So that means we are adding 2 at every step. If we say like 4, then we have 8, we have 12. Okay, it is like a table which is going on. So that means we are adding 4 at every step. So similarly, if a multiple of 11, so that means if one is 11, the other is 22, then another is 33. That means the next multiple will come 11 more, and the next will come 11, even 11 more. Okay, so let the first multiple is x, then the second multiple will be x plus 11, and the third multiple will be equal to x plus 11 plus 11, because the next, suppose this is 11 plus 11 22 and 22 plus 11 is 33. That means x plus 22 is the next multiple, and their sum is 363. That means x plus 11 plus x plus 22 is equals to 363. Okay, so x plus x means 3x. Okay, 1x, 2x, 3x. 11 plus 22 means 11 plus 22, that means 33. So we got 3x plus 33 equal to 363. Now we will take 33 to the next side. Okay, so it become 3x equals to 363 minus 33, because here it is in positive, here it is positive, so here it will become negative. Okay, so that means 3x equals to 363 minus 33. 3 minus 3 0, 6 minus 3 3, 3. So we got 330. So we will take 3 to the other side, so it will divide that. So 330 upon 3. So we divide 3 and 330. So we got 3 1 ja 3, 0, 3 1 ja 3, 0. Then we got 1 0. So we will put 0. So that means 110. So it means that x equals to 110. Okay. So our first multiple is 110. Okay. So the multiples are, first is 110, next 110 plus 11, that means 121. So the next is 121. Okay, then next again 121 plus 11, then 1 1 2 3 132. So the other is 132. So we have the answer 110 plus 121 plus 132 is 110, 121, 132. Let's check the answer. Just add them 110, 121 and 131. First 132. First of all, this is 11 into 10. This is 11 into 11. This is 11 into 10. See, 110 means 11 into 10 multiple. 120 means 11 into 11, it is multiple. 132 means 11 into 12. 11 into 12 multiple. So all these are multiples of 11. So first we have checked this. Now we will add them. 2 plus 1 3, 1 plus 2 3, 3 6 and 3. So here getting the result also 363. So that means our answer is correct. Okay. Now we will do the example 10. See, the question is the difference between the two whole numbers is 66. Okay. And the ratio of the two whole numbers is 2:5. What are these two numbers? And I hope you must be knowing what are the whole numbers which starts from 0 and give till end. Okay. So the ratio is given. So the ratio of two whole numbers is 2:5. It means that, so let the numbers, first number is 2x. That means we will put the x with this, and the let second number will be 5x. So we will put 5 with it. So one is 2x, other is 5x. Okay. Now their difference is 66. That means the second is greater. So that means 5x minus 2x is equal to 66. Okay. So what we have done, first from the ratio we have assumed the number because the ratio is 2:5. So we just put the x with 2 also, x with the 5 also, their number became 2x and 5x. Okay. Now their difference is 66. So definitely 5x will be bigger because x is the same quantity. So means 5x minus 2x equal to 66. Now 5x minus 2x means 5 minus 2. 3 and x variable we will write as it is equal to 66. So x equals to 66 divided by 3. So we divided, we got the 22. So x equal to 22. Okay. So that means the first number we have 2x. It means 2 into 22. So it will be 44. The second number we have 5x. 5 into 22 which is equals to 110. Because 22 into 5. 5 to the 10, 5 to the 10, 11, 110. So now let's check the number. So we have to subtract 110 minus 44. 10 minus 4 is 6 and 10 minus 4 is 6. So we got the answers correct. Okay. Now let's do the example 11. See, this question is also based on the money. That Deveshi has a total of rupees 590 as a currency notes. See, this type of question we have done before. Okay. See, we had done this example number 8 of the same type. Okay. So same here we have the Deveshi has a total of rupees 590 in which the denominations are rupees 50, rupees 20 and rupees 10. Okay. So the ratio of rupees 50 notes and 20 notes is given which is 3:5 and total notes he has 25. So we want to find the number of notes of each denomination. Okay. Now, so what is the total money? Total money we have the rupees 590. Okay. The denominations are, we have 50, we have 20 and we have 10. And ratio of rupees 50 notes and rupees 20 notes is given. So the ratio of rupees 50 and rupees 20 notes is 3:5. So that means just as we did into the example 10, so let number of rupees 50 notes equal to 3x, we will put the x, and let number of rupees 20 notes will be equals to 5x. Okay. But total notes we have 25. See, the total number of notes equals to 25. It means that the number of rupees 10 notes will be, see, if we just subtract some of this from this, then we will find the rupees 10 notes. That means 25 minus bracket 3x plus 5x. Means we can add these two numbers. So whatever is the sum of the rupees 50 notes and 20 notes, if that is subtracted from the total number of notes, then we will get the rupees 10 notes. Okay, so that means 25 minus 3 plus 5 is 8x. Okay, now the total money is rupees 590. That means same as we had done into the example 8. So money from rupees 50 notes will be equal to 50 into 3x, because we have the 3x notes. Okay, which is equal to 150x. Means 50 into 3 is 150. Money from rupees 20 notes will be equal to 20 into, we have 5x notes in counting. So 5x, 20 into 5 is 100. Okay, x. Okay, and money from rupees 10 notes will be equal to 10 into, we have 25 minus 8x, bracket 25 minus 8x. So we can just open the bracket, 10 into 25 minus 10 into 8. Using the distributive properties, that becomes 250 minus 80x. Now the total from this, total from this, total from this is 590. Okay, so that means 150x plus 100x plus 250 minus 80x is equal to rupees 590. So 150x plus 100x means 250x, because 150 and plus 100 will be 250. X we will write as it is. Then we have minus 80x. Okay, this 250 plus 250 equals to 590. Okay, now 250x minus 80x, that means 250 minus 80. So 0, 5, 15 minus 8, 7, 170 we will get. So 170x, now this 250 we can take it to the other side, 590 minus 250. So now we will subtract 590 minus 250, that means 0, 4, 5 minus 2, 3. So we got the 340. So 170x equals to 340. Now we will take 170 to the other side. So that means x equals to 340 upon 170. We got 0, 0 gone. And we know that 17 to the 34. So we got the answer x equals to. Okay. So now from putting this value into this, we can get the answer. That means the number of rupees 50 notes will be equals to 3 into 2, which is equal to 6. And number of rupees 20 notes will be equal to 5 into 2. That means we have the 5x and value of x is 2, means 10. Now the number of rupees 10 notes will be equals to 25 minus 8 into 2. That means 25 minus 16. That means we have the 9. We have the number of rupees 50 notes is 6. Rupees 20 notes is 10. Rupees 10 notes is 9. Now let's check the answer. Okay. So 6 into 50 means 6 5 are 30, 300. Okay. 10 into 20 means 200. And 9 into 10 means 90. When we add them, we will get the rupees 590. So which was given in the question. Okay. So students, before the exercise 2.2 we have these much of examples, and I hope you will practice them. So by practicing these examples, you will be able to do the exercise 2.2 very smoothly. Okay. So if you have any doubt, you can write to me. So dear students, in the next video, we will do the few questions of exercise 2.2, because there are 16 questions. So we will do 8 questions in that video, 8 questions into the next video. Okay. So thank you so much for your watching. Write your comments about the video, any query, doubt about the topic into the comment box. I hope you must be getting knowledge from these videos. Okay. And you must be practicing. You know, math is the subject of the practice. More you practice, more you get the math. Okay. And you practice the questions from other than NCERT also. And if you have any problem in the question that you are practicing other than NCERT, you can always write to me. Definitely we will solve your queries will make another video for your queries. Okay, and you can write to me any doubt, anything on the WhatsApp also or the email also. I have given ID into the description, and you can follow me on the Telegram also. Okay, and if you want to do the live online classes, then you can also write to me on the WhatsApp or email. We will be happy to serve. Okay, either group or individual. Okay, and kindly share it with your friends. Subscribe to it. Ask your friends to subscribe. Thank you so much.